All right. Good morning, friends. Here we are. It's a Monday. It's House Edge Live with John from Casino Gaming Central. Let's get to it here. I got hopefully a good show for y'all today. I was texting with my good friend Dylan from Skill and Luck Craps, and he gave me another strategy. He wanted me to kind of review on my own and said, you don't got to run it live, but I'm going to run it live because I think it's kind of a cool one. And it's sort of, how am I say this, matches a lot of what I've done before, but he did, of course, Dylan always has this great way of sort of bringing things together in a different way. So I really want to talk about this one today, and I'll probably roll it out every day this week. We'll probably talk more today than roll. We'll roll a little bit, but really the rest of the week I want to kind of roll it out and see if this is this might become part of the ligature that I do. It's kind of a cool one. I have another one too that I'm kind of got my email that I have to actually ask the person who sent it to me if it's okay to share it and do another deep dives. And if that's okay with him, then I'll do that deep dive maybe next week, and we'll just spend a week on these couple strategies here. I'm still waiting for shipment of my table of my felt. It's ordered. It's waiting for it to show up, and when it shows up, I'll roll stuff for real. But for now, we'll work in the micro. So anyway. As always, remember the reasons why, right? The reasons why we do the shows here. And I say this all the time. I can't say it enough. I can't say it any better. One of these days, I'm going to probably film myself just saying this and have it as the intro. But you got to remember that my show, Ken's show, Jimmy's show, anybody else's show you watch, right? Hopefully nobody, well, maybe some people are telling you that you can always win. You can't always win. I know that there are people who believe they can always win. You can't always win. At some point, the math gets you. Even when you win, you lose. At the whole point of House Edge is like when you win, you lose, right? The only way to survive is two things, right? And I'll move it into here. One, right? Win more often than you lose, and or when you win more money than when you lose money. That's the secret to this whole thing, right? There's no other secret to it. There's no magic formula. It's just if you win, 50% of the time, your profits better be more than 50% of your income of your spread. That's the math. That's it. Whatever you're winning, whatever your win percentage is, your profits got to be bigger than that. That's it. That's it. There's no other secret to this thing, right? You need bankroll to do that. You need to understand your risk. You need to be smart. Know your game. Know what you're trying for, right? Have discipline. Get out when the getting's good. You got to set goals and stick to them, and you got to be emotionally. That's it. You got to keep your emotions out of it and just keep it simple. The whole thing, all of this, right? I've been doing this show for 5 years. I've been playing for over 30, right? So have other people that are out there, right? Lots of experience, lots of wisdom that's available to you all. It all boils down to the same thing, keeping it simple. Some people overcomplicate things. Keep things simple, and I think you're going to like it. Okay? Okay, Victor says, I thought a Molly progression with free odds was frugal. Let's just see this today. So we're going to do this Molly progression thing that Skill has. Let me actually go to my table. I just want to go right to it and sort of show you kind of what his idea is. And it's very simple. We're going to do a pass line bet and a come bet, one of each. That's it. Okay. As we go, they're going to double each other's size. That's the magic of this is the explosion part of it, right? Is you'll see how they change in size. That's the secret to this strategy. It's not just a single odds Molly. It's more than that. It's a double Molly, or a 2-point Molly, but the base we move the base, which I think is interesting. And it kind of, like I said, I'll show you. It plays off of one of my favorite old ways to play. Single odds, rinse and repeat. It's very, very simple. And people will kind of recoil and say, oh my God, only single odds, right? Let's remind ourselves really quick of the house edges. And I think, again, it's not the house edge drives everything, but if you don't put odds on your pass line bet, you're at 1.4% house edge, which is the lowest house edge on the craps table besides the don't pass, which is 1.36. It's the lowest house edge you're going to get anyway. It's still a great bet if you're looking for house edge plays. 1x odds brings it down below 1%. Okay, you're getting into blackjack territory. A pass line bet with 1 times odds is getting close to blackjack. Blackjack's a little less than 0.5% when you're playing basic strategy, right? So you're getting into that realm. When you go double odds, you're basically turning craps into blackjack from the line. That's really kind of the numbers. It's not the end of the world to not play full odds. I know some people say if you're going to play odds, play them full. Granted, 5x odds brings it down to a third of a percent. I get it. You're talking about pennies now. On $100, you're talking about some pennies. It's not like it's that big of a deal, right? Lower it where you can. I think that the 1x odds is actually a fine play. It's not the end of the world. So I know from a math person, they're probably going to all crucify me, but it just is what it is. It's not, getting down to 0.3 from 0.85, whatever. Is it worth the risk out of your rack? Is it worth another 4 green chips to do that? I don't know. 4 green chips to save 40 cents doesn't seem like smart play to me. But anyway, let me show you the strategy here. Let me come down to the table. I'm going to move stuff around. And let's see here. There we go. I should have done this earlier. I always forget to move my table around. Okay. One of these days, we're going to have a real table. It's going to be awesome when we do. There we go. Now we're set. All right. I'm going to put the money back over here. And we're going to go ahead and run this Frugal Explosion. Now, this reminds me, again, of a strategy I used to play. I learned this one when I was a young boy. First playing. I told you this story, right? When I was learning how to gamble, I didn't know what the hell I was doing at the craps table, right? And my dad didn't know how to play craps. So I watched some John Patrick, but I really didn't quite get the game yet. And one of the dealers said, stand next to the old guys over there in the corner, the guys at all the black chips, and do what they're doing. Right? Well, one guy taught me the come ladder. And the come ladder is literally this. You're gonna catch a point of something, right? Whatever the point is, doesn't matter. And you're gonna put a come bet out there. Now, on the come bet, obviously you win on a 7. So if it's a PSO, that bet wins and you're in great shape, right? You're doing awesome, right? You get a unit in profit and you kind of wait again for the next point. Well, if it goes to a point, what you then do is your next come bet is double that one, or 1 unit more than what you have at risk. Okay, cool. Well, that's great. So if you get a 7 here, you lose this one, right? But you get 2 down here. So your net is 1 unit, which is kind of cool. But let's say that the first come bet traveled and that second one traveled. Now your third bet is going to be, again, 1 unit more than what's out here. So I have 1, 2, 3. I go 1, 2, 3, 4 in the come. If we had a 7, we lose 3, we win 4, we're up a unit. So for 3 rolls, the 7's your friend. Okay, let's say it travels. Now you've got 1, 2, 3 right side bets, right? Let them work for you. If you happen to catch a 7 here, well, then it wasn't your day, right? It's a 7 unit risk and it wasn't your day. If one of them happens to hit, you're in great shape. Remember, you had 7 units at risk. If you win one of them, you got like half your money back. Okay, if you happen to win another one, well, you're basically even, right? This thing can kind of roll. It's a good little strategy, right? To cap it to 3. I've always liked that one. What skill is doing is this. It's the same idea. Okay, we're going to keep that 7 strong for us. We're going to go a 1 unit pass line bet. Okay, and we'll let the point get established, whatever it's going to be. Okay, let's say it's a 6. Doesn't matter yet. You're going to go into the come with a bet that's twice that size. Double the size of the pass line bet, no matter what this is. If it's $10, 25, 100, whatever, you're doubling the pass line bet. Obviously, if you catch a 7 here, you're in good shape. If the point is set and you catch a 7 here, you're in good shape. You lose the 1, you win the 2, just like the come ladder. Okay. The difference is this: when this thing travels up, now we take single odds. Single odds here, single odds there, and you become a pure right side. Let's go. Okay. If something happens, let's just say this 8 wins. Okay. If the 8 wins up here, okay, you would win 1-1 on your flat bet. You'd win 6-5 or $60 on your odds. Okay. That can all come back. Now, what's coming back to your rack is this. That was your flat bet. That was your odds. This is your profit. Okay. Yep, that's your profit. You're going to take the odds off of your pass line bet. You're going to come back into the come with another 2 unit bet, always doubling this. So as soon as the bet wins, you double the base for the next come out roll. You're always coming out with a strong 7 every time. Let's say it goes to the 9. Well, that's awesome. Guess what? Your odds go back here. Your odds go back here. And you're actually locking profit. This is a profit play on the odds. Okay. Let's assume this time that the point wins. We catch a 5. Fantastic, right? So you get paid on the flat. You'll get paid $40 on the odds. Okay, or I guess that would have had to have been 30 odds. You get paid 40. Okay, what happens here? The puck goes off. We take all this back to our rack. We take the odds off the 9 and we take a look at it. The 9's got 2 units. So what do we do here on the pass line? We double what's out there. You're always doubling the other ones. So this has 2. This now has 4. And here's the explosion part of it. Let the come out happen. It goes to the 6. Fantastic. This one here gets single odds. That back there gets single odds. And notice I'm still working out of my profit. I'm still working out of the profit I made in that first shooter. Or my first shooter's money is what's at risk. Nothing new, right? We're always working on a profit play. Now we start getting hits in here on a decent little roll. Either way, we're going to be in fantastic shape. Okay. What'll happen if the 9 happens to hit? You get paid 50 flat. You get paid 75 on the odds. That comes down, right? The odds come off of the pass line bet, and now your come bet is double that. Now we're going to go out here with a big ass, fantastic 8-unit come bet. And if the 7 comes here, it's another 4-unit win. And as this thing grows, that goes to the 10, let's say. Well, here comes back your odds, right? Now we got to go and put some extra dough out here to make the odds around the 10. And now you're kind of building it up. That's the play, okay? It's this explosive sort of thing where you're doubling up as you're winning, using mostly wins to cover the action. So let's just see how it works out. I think you get 4 or 5 things into this thing, you might need to do a little bit of a reset. There might be a point in time where we go, oh, that base is too big for the odds, because again, odds come out of here most of the time. All right, let's just run it out. Let's see how it feels. And if I've got it wrong, I'm sure skill will tell me that I got this wrong. But let's go ahead and get our rack set up. I'm going to get $500 in the rack. I think this is about 500 here. There's 4, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Look at that guy pulling out an exact stack of chips. Here we go. $500 in the rack. Let's go 1 unit pass line. Puck will be off. Again, I'm going to roll it out with the Yahtzee dice here. I don't have a real table yet, so we're going to roll. I'm going to move this over here because it's kind of in the way. Let's see how we do. Y'all ready? Here we go. Coming out. Coming out to a 9. And again, as by rule, we'll double that. So there's the 2-unit come bet. 7 is strong here. That goes to the 6, and now we get our odds. 1x and 1x. I'm actually going to take my rack. I'm going to lammer the rack up so you guys can see how we're doing. Okay, we have $350 in the rack. We shouldn't need much more than our first 6 units here, 2, 4, 6 units, unless we get deep. Here we go. Jay is worried. We'll see. Okay, we've got aces. Doesn't matter. We just need some repeaters. There's a 7. So we get planked on the first one. Let's do it again. Another pass line bet. 5. Let's come double. 6. Here comes the odds. 1 here, 1 there. 1 unit of or 1x odds both times. 7 out. Oh my God. We're having the exact nightmare scenario. Probably last shooter here, right? We're probably out of money. There's our pass line. 5. Here we go. Everybody's worried about the PSO. What about the one-hit wonder, right? There's a 9. Let's get the odds out there. 1x, 1x. 10. Okay, well, at least it wasn't a you-know-what that time, right? There's an 11. There's another 11. There's a 6. Doesn't matter. Give me a 5 or a 9, please. 8. 5. Okay, cool. So, I'm sorry, that should have been $30. My bad. That should have been 30 on the odds. Okay, so we're going to get paid down there. We'll get paid flat, flat. And there we go, 45. Okay, so now we're going to bring this down. Puck is off. Bring these odds down. And here's where it gets bigger. We have 2x up here on this flat bet. That's got to be 4. Now we're getting kind of light in the rail over here. So getting odds out here might not be possible. Let's see how we do. There's a point of 5. All right. 9's going to get single odds. The 5, 75. Should get 75 or $80 in odds. Do I have enough to do it? I do. There's 80. Bang. I'm out of money. Let's get a repeat. 5 or a 9. There's an 8. There's a 9. That's awesome. We're going to get paid 1-to-1 on that, 3-to-2 on the odds. This comes out. Okay, now again, we pull the odds for the come out roll. We have 3 units down here. That means it's 6 units up here. We're doubling it up. Now, you could just do 1 unit instead of doubling the bet every time. I think that's an adjustment I'd probably make if I'm in this situation. Going to 4 is just fine. Doubling it means I won't have enough money to play all the odds. So maybe doubling it is a little bit asking for much. Maybe this needs to be a 1. That might be an adjustment. Go 1x higher. But we're going to double it like skill wants us to. And here we go. 10. Oh, boy, that's ugly. That goes to the 10. Now, I'm not sure I can even do it. There's my single odds on the point. This one here wants double odds, and we can't do it. I'll put everything I have on it, but I can't do double. I can't even get enough for single odds because I have 150 out here. I've got like 95 sitting here. So it'll be close, but no cigar. Here we go. 4. Give me a 10. Give a brother a 10 or a 7. And we're out. So we burned the bankroll on that one. But that's the progression. I think I do want to change that. I do think I want to change that and do a I do think I want to change that to a 1 unit, not a double. So Ken tried it too, said the losses kept coming. Let's try it again. Again, 1 run does not tell the story. There's my 500. All right, here we go. Let's do another run. We have all week to run it through its paces. And again, we'll make a decision at the end of the week, but I can tell you right now, my gut's already telling me that doubling up the bet is the wrong move. I think it's got to be single unit, not a doubling of the bet. Make the 7 strong, but you don't got to make the 7 that powerful because the odds up here get too expensive. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Coming out again. There's the pass line. We catch a 5. Let's do a double size come bet. The 7, which is what you want, right? You'll lose here, but you'll win there. So we're up a unit. That's great. And maybe we'll make a win goal at a $500. Let's make $100 our win goal, right? Let's make a reasonable goal here. Here we go. Coming out again, pass line. It's the 9. We will take a 2 unit come bet. It's the 9. So it just goes right to the 9. The puck comes off. The point wins. Now the point has to be double that. So we're going to go and pop it for $100. So again, I think this probably could be a 1 unit, not a double. But for now, we'll go with it as is. Double what's out here. No odds until we get something happening, right? There's an 8. So the point is 8. Single odds here. Single odds down there, $100. Now we just need some repeats, right? Again, any come betting strategy just needs repeat numbers. That's it. And you've got, more ways to win than lose here. You got on the 9, you got 4 ways to win. On the 8, you got 5. You got 9 ways to win, 6 ways to lose. You have the advantage of one of these bets coming. You really do. There's the 6. There's the 7. And didn't work out again. We'll reset. Pass line. Puck is off. It goes to the 10. 2 unit come bet. A 3 takes it. We'll come right back out with it. It goes to the 10. So that bet pays. Right? Puck goes off. We have to make this double that. Goes to 100. Come out 7. Lose here. But win there. And we can reset. And that actually was a nice help. That was a good time for Mr. Charlie to come and play. So we're still down half. But let's go. 8. Okay. 2 in the come. It goes to the 8. Again, that pays. We double it up. Make the 7 a winner. The 7's always a winner when you're coming out, of course. It goes to the 6. Now we just single odds. Okay. We'll do single odds back here. I don't have enough for single odds up here. I can do just that. I'm going to borrow $5 from my friend and just make it like this. We'll just do 1x. Actually, I'm going to borrow a quarter. We're going to take a marker out for $25. A $25 marker to make the odds right. Here we go. Give me a 6 or a 9. 6 or a 9 shooter. Come on. Either one. There's a 10, 6 or a 9. There's a yo. There's the 7. And again, we lose the $500. So far, no bueno. That's 2 bankrolls out. I definitely think 2 things. One, $500 not enough at the $25 level. Probably needs to be a couple thousand. But we're just trying to get a feel for it, right? This is how you figure these things out. I always tell you, as a strategist, right, the way you figure things out is to run it a bunch of times and see what feels wrong to you. And as I run this, what feels wrong is doubling the bet. As I run this, what feels wrong is I don't have enough money. $500 at $25 level, not enough money. This needs to be 1,000 for sure, maybe 2 at this level. But let's keep at it. Let's see where the bristles are. All right, here we go. 1 unit pass line again. That's a 6. 2 units in the come. Midnight, of course. Keep a roll in. 7. Get paid there. Lose here. Back to the pass line we go. Coming out. 7. 5. Okay, there's the point. We have a 5. We have a 2 unit come bet. There's an 8. I'd love to see these things actually come and pay, right? There's 1 there. Here we go. We need to get this one to pay. We haven't seen the big bet pay yet. 7. Oh my God. Wow. Talk about some ill timing, man. Jeez, Lou. Aces. Wow. We are just getting torched here. Absolutely torched. There's your 6. Here's your come bet. It goes to the freaking 10, of course, right? So we'll take single odds up here. We'll take single odds here, and we're going to pray that we get something good. There's the 6. That's cool. That pays 25 there. That pays 30 there. We'll take the odds down. That's got to be 4 units, double what's up here for the come out. Here we go. Come out 7 be awful nice right now. It's a 5. Okay. So we'll go single odds behind the 5. We'll go single odds up on the 10, and our $500 is burnt. I have something to say about this in a second. Let's get something to pay. Give me a freaking 10. Hey, the 5 hit. That's cool. All right. Finally, we get a big bet hit. We get 1x down there. We get 1.5 down there. That was a good win. Finally, a good win. Let's fill the rack. Good Lord. 1, 2. Are we even? 3. Wow. 450. 500, and we have $50. We have $100 in profit, but we can't pull the bet because it's a contract. We actually have our goal, but we can't pull it down because it's a contract bet. So we have to reset and go $100 on the pass line, which is kind of a bummer. We actually earned our paycheck there, but we can't pull the bet. So we go back in and play it. There we go. Here we go. It's an 8. Let's do it. Single odds here. Single odds here. This is where we need some magic. Right? Give me an 11. Give me a 5. Come on. Come on, shooter. Come on, shooter. 9. Come on. 8 or 10. 5. 8 or a 10. 5 again. 8 or a 10. Oh, we got an 8. Sweetness. All right. I actually need to replenish the bank. Can you believe that? All right. We're going to get paid 1 here. We'll get paid 125 for 5. It pays 120. 125 for 5 on the backside. I'll take the odds down. Let's see where we are. We actually made money this time. There's the 500. Okay. 1, 2, 75 in profit. 275 in profit. We can be done. We can let this bet resolve. This shooter here is done. We lost $500 twice. We made 275 once. You can let that bet resolve. Take that as profit. Maybe you're going to take 250 as a nice even profit number. Take 25 to the pass line and get 2 numbers working for you. We'll see what happens. There's a 5. We'll let these 2 resolve as flats. There's the 10. Fantastic. Now I'm at 350 in profit if I want to. Put some odds back there because I'm in profit anyway. It's a 9. It's another 10. It's the 5, 1, and there we go. Now we're out for the day. So that shooter actually with one of the bonus bets made money. Matter of fact, he made 1, 2, 3, $475. Almost recovered back one of those previous donks. Okay. On a good run, we did good. If you look at how come betting strategies work, generally speaking, what you just saw right here is house edge. And I want to make that super clear. I know we lost 2 bankrolls and I won back a third. I won back 1. We lost 2 bankrolls, won back a third bankroll. The third bankroll is here, right? Let's take the first loss out of it because we can earn that back. Okay. Lost 500, won 475. That $25 is basically the house edge of all the bets that we've lost combined. That's kind of what happened there. Okay. But that's come betting, right? That's why it's generally speaking a tie. You'll lose, win, win, win. At the end of the day, you're down a quarter. That's come betting. That's welcome to the world of the come better. Also, as you've probably noticed while I played this, the come betting, right, is not, I mean, people say low house edge. It's not for the faint of heart. Okay. Look at how much money came out of my rack to make the odds bets. And I want you to understand that the difference between come betting and place betting. Place betting gets a bad rap because you leave so much money on the table, you don't collect, and you press. But guess what? The guys that are pressing up in here are using bank money to get the bets higher, to make the bigger wins. The come and pass line bettors with the odds are using their money to make the bets bigger, to get the bigger wins. The risk comes from here when you're come betting, right? The reward for that is that you tie over time. Over here, the risk comes from the bank. The reward is you make massive money on a great run, but you bleed out completely in your rack because you have no ties in your future. You're either going to lose it all or win it all. That's the difference between these two betting styles. Let's do one more run. We have $500 reset. Let's do one more run. Let's see if we can catch our bankroll back again. Here we go. We're going to come out clean. Reset the bank. I'm going to put a quarter here. That's our so far, that one shooter's down a quarter. We went 475. Here we go. Coming on out. One more time. It's a 7. Come out 7. And take that. It's a 6. Let's do our double odds bet, or a double the size bet. It goes to the 8. That's fantastic, right? We got the 6 and the 8. Let's do it. 3 craps. A 7, of course. Wow. If it weren't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all, right? Coming on out. It's a 5. Double it up. Nice, easy strategy, right? It's very simple. That goes to the 10. And here come the odds. Single and single. I need to get a quarter worth of nickels. There we go. 6. Could use that a minute ago, right? A 10. That's fantastic, right? Pays 1 and 100 for the odds. Back to the rack. Back to the rack. We are not, I don't think, even. No, we're not even. There's 300. We're close. We're not going to be in profit though, right? There's 300 and 450, 475, 500. We have $25 in profit. That's not going to get us home. So we're going to come out again. Here we go. We're going to go to a new comeback of double. Again, reset the rack. Make sure you know where you are before we rock and roll. That's going to go to the 8. And again, there's single odds up on the 8, $50. Single odds up on the 5, it's 30. Let's do it. 7, of course. Awesome. Awesome timing. Reset. God. 7 come out. It works. 5 on the, we get a lot of 5 points, don't we? A lot of times the point is 5. It's a 4. Here we go. Have not seen a lot of 4s today. Single odds there. Single odds there. 10. How about flipping it over? 9. 7. Boy, when it goes, doesn't it? Here we go. Probably last crack at it here. Coming out to an 8. And 2-unit comeback. It's a 7. So we lose this one. We win that one. That's the point of the strategy, is to keep the 7 strong. We haven't really seen a lot of that today. Let's reset. We're down half. Come out 7. Come out 7. 1, 3, 2, 4 for the win, baby, right? There's a 10. 2-unit combat. It's a 6. Let's get the odds out there. 1x and 1x. We need the 6 to pay. We need the 6. Come on, 6. 4. 8. 4 again. Aces. 5. Come on. 4 again. Oof. 10. That's good. 1 and 2. That helps. Now, we have 2 units here, which means here's the explosion. 4 units there. This is where it's going to get either ugly or great. All right, here we go. Coming out. It's a 5. All right. Single odds on the 6. Full odds on the 5, or single odds on the 5. We have $75 left in the rack. We need a hit or we're done. A hit or we're done. There's a yo. 6 or a 5. There's a 6. That's awesome. We got single and 60. We'll do 60 bucks on the odds. That can all come down. These odds can come down. And here's where it gets crazy, because we hit the 6. We have 100 bucks on the pass line. Now we have to go 200. This is where it gets nuts, right? 200 bucks here. Again, I think this needs to be single unit, not that. But that was what the strategy calls for. I think this needs to be a single set, a single jump, not a double jump. That feels a little bit insane. That goes to the 8. I can't really even do the odds, right? I'll put what I can out there, but I can't do the correct amount of odds. I can do just 100 in odds on the 8, and I'm rail dumped. As you can see, all the money's out there. I think that doubling the other bet is too much. It's asking way too much. We need an 8 here in the worst possible way. We got a 5. That does help, though. 100 there and 150 here. That's nice. But you see what's going to happen here? These odds come down. I've got 8 units up here, right? If I follow the math, I'm supposed to go 16 units here. Doesn't that feel a little bit nuts? I can't even do it. 1, 2, 3. I can do it, right? But I can't do any odds, right? If I follow the pattern, right, I can't get the odd. I think that next step, tomorrow we'll do it with a 1-unit step, not a full doubling step, because that's just way too freaking much. Here we go. We need to come out 7. We need to come out 7 in the worst possible way. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're on the 5. We need that 5 to win. Is that what I'm on? No, we're coming out. These odds come down. We're coming out. Sorry, my bad. We're coming out. Here we go. Be a 7. Oh my God, thank God it's a 7. All right. Come out 7. Thank you, baby Jesus. All right. That goes here. So now that was the perfect timing. That was super lucky. Super, super lucky. Let's see where I know we're in profit. Let's see where we are. 1, 200, 300, 400. There's our starting bankroll, 500 bucks. Okay, so that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 525 bucks, which eats up that quarter we were down before, which means we won 525 and 475 and we lost 500 twice. Guess where we are, folks? We are exactly even Steven. 2 bankrolls lost, 2 bankrolls won, 100% even. Welcome to Come Betting with Odds. That's exactly what it looks like. I've done this so many times. Come Betting with Odds ends up where your bankroll is getting destroyed because you have to put all the odds out from your rack, not from your wins typically, right? You have this massive swing, a 16-unit win we just had, massive swings. We were completely rail dumped and had a massive win. We got lucky with this. That 4-3 saved our ass right there. But at the end of the day, the pass line and the come, right, are better than the place bets because that one roll advantage you have. That come out 7 that we got paid here 3 times in a row earlier and just now and a couple of come bet 7s, those things eat up so much of your losses. They really do help you get back if you're progressing the bets. Again, bankroll volatility, I don't know that I would go double. I feel like a unit is enough. Maybe it's not quite an explosion. Maybe it's a poof. I don't know. But that's day one of me trying out Skill's new strategy. And I'd love to know what you think. It's actually, I think, very telling. I think it's perfect, actually, that we had, 2 full bankrolls lost and 2 exact bankrolls won. Isn't that fascinating how that worked out, right? Again, come betting over time, low house edge plays are typically a tie. Over time, come betting with odds, you will tie or damn close to it. We literally I couldn't have showed that to you any better the way that works. There is no opportunity here to make a steady paycheck. There's no opportunity there to make a big hit on the regular because over time, it's a tie. The place bettors who are paying a higher house edge have a different advantage because they have selective where the bets go. They get paid more than 1-to-1 on every single bet, and they can use wins as leverage better than this guy can use wins as leverage, if that's what you're into. Fascinating display today. Exactly a tie after 4 rounds. Wow. I couldn't have scripted that any better. If I would have tried, I could not have made that a better demonstration. So, wow, that was pretty funny. Let's go back and talk about it. I think that was freaking fascinating. Oh, I don't want that. I want the other side. I like this side better. I like when the thing's over there. That was fascinating. That was fascinating. I've done that so many times on the computer, and you know that like when you watch come betting with odds, it literally the line is flat, right? You'll see some spike and a spike, but ultimately it's a flat line, right? Which is exactly what we saw today. Lose, win, and you're out of there with what did I even come here for? What did I even come to the casino for? There's no like grinding that out the way that you play that thing. It was just fascinating. All right. Yeah, so let's see. So Ken says between the two of us, 3 losses in 2. Oh, you lost 1 too. You lost more. Okay. I think the double is the hard part to me. I'm going to try it again tomorrow. We're going to do it with a 1 unit press, not a double press on the flip. Every time you get one, let's just go 1 unit and see if it makes the bankroll last a little longer. It's the same idea, but you get more cracks at coming into it. Maybe that's the way that we try it out. All right. What else do we have here in terms of questions? Anything else that's interesting? You're in the hole. You're always in the hole when you're doing this kind of thing, right? And I say this a lot. Come betting with odds. The odds come from your rack, so you start out in the hole deep. Like your first play, if you're playing pass line with odds, people make fun of guys who go 160 across, but if you're going to go a quarter and 125 in odds, you're in the same spot, but you have one number, right? It's not like it's cheap to play low house edge games. So anyway, let's see. Can you tell it? Yeah, Ken doesn't like this one at all, and I get it. I mean, a straight up regular come ladder is better. I think I like the come ladder itself, but anyway, it is what it is, right? Let's see. How many folks would increase their bet in the first quarter after you're picking that? I agree. That's the problem with come betting, is you're adding more money to a bad bet. That's what it is. Come betting is adding more money to a bad bet. I've said this a million times. Even though it works out in the end, when the come bet goes to the 4 and you add more money to it, yes, you're getting a premium on the payout, but you're doubling up out of your pocket on a worse bet. It never made any sense to me from a probability standpoint. So anyway, yeah, you get a free cruise doing that. Yeah, I don't know that you do. I don't know that you do because the odds don't matter. So let's see. Didn't I lose 3? No, I lost twice, right? I lost twice and won twice, didn't I? I thought I played it 4 times. I forget. I don't know. I went pretty fast. Did I forget that fast? All right, I gotta get running. It's 8:00. So you guys, hopefully that was good. Hopefully you enjoy breaking things down like that. To me, it's important to see it. And I'm not just going to do it once, right? I'll do it all week long. I'm do it every day this week just to kind of get a sense of it. Let's Go Yo has a great point, right? What if I'm on a $10 table, right? And if I'm on a $10 table and I do what I said, it's a $10 pass line and a $15 come bet. It's a 1 unit difference, right? comeback goes up, right? And let's say that the come or the pass line is the one that wins, right? Your next pass line bet is not 30, it's 20. It's 3 and 3 plus 1. A little bit less on the bankroll. It won't kill your bankroll quite so much. I don't know that I would play that on a $10 table, but that's what you would do. I think that's the better way. I may go quarters tomorrow, but I may go $2,000 bankroll and give it a little more runway just to see how she runs. All right. So anyway, I'll leave with old Lou's favorite acronym, right? Follow your plan, observe the conditions, control those emotions, understand your game, stay disciplined, keep in focus, and like I always say, keep her simple. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Idiots admire complex things. Geniuses admire simple things. Keep it simple. This one is simple. It just needs some work. So that's it. I will see y'all mañana. Have a great Monday. Hope you have a good week of work, of life, of whatever it is. Love y'all. God bless. See you tomorrow. Bye.